The air was thick with pride at the Navy graduation. Families beamed, cameras flashed, and the hum of celebration filled the room. Then, a sharp command sliced through the joy. "Sir, you need to leave. Right now." Two guards, faces stern, loomed over a black Marine in his pristine dress blues. Every head turned. The crowd fell silent. Sergeant Marcus Carter, a man who'd given 20 years to his country, stood unmoving. His son, Jason, just steps away in his crisp Navy uniform, went pale. Whispers erupted. Why was a war hero being forced out of his own son's ceremony? Then, from the back, 4 figures rose. No words. Just a quiet, unshakable presence. Navy SEALs. Their eyes locked on the guards, who hesitated, hands twitching toward their radios. The room held its breath. Something unforgettable was about to happen. Marcus Carter wasn't just any Marine. 2 decades of service. Missions in deserts and jungles. Birthdays missed. Holidays spent dodging bullets. Scars, seen and unseen, marked his journey. Today, though, wasn't about him. It was about Jason, his only son, earning his Navy officer stripes. Marcus had arrived early, his chest tight with pride. He'd taken a seat, ignoring the sideways glances, the way some parents subtly shifted their chairs away. He was used to it. The stares. The assumptions. But when the guards approached, their voices dripping with authority, something inside him broke. Not today. Not at his son's moment. The lead guard stepped closer, hand hovering near Marcus's arm. "Sir, let's go," he said, louder now. Marcus's jaw tightened. His voice came low, steady, like a warning shot. "Touch me, and you'll regret it." Gasps rippled through the crowd. A woman clutched her program. A man leaned forward, phone halfway to record. The second guard reached for his radio, but before he could speak, a voice cut through from the back. Deep. Calm. Lethal. You might want to rethink that. For Navy SEALs, Jason's training instructors stepped forward. Their boots hit the floor in unison, a sound that echoed like a drumbeat. The guards froze. The crowd leaned in, sensing the shift. The tallest SEAL, his face carved from stone, spoke again. "Sergeant Carter's got more combat time than this whole base combined. You sure you want to push this?" His words weren't loud, but they carried the weight of a grenade. The guards exchanged uneasy glances. The first one's hand dropped from his radio. The second took a half step back. Jason, standing near the stage, couldn't stay silent. He stepped forward, his new officer's uniform gleaming under the lights. "That's my father," he said, voice shaking with pride and fury. The crowd stirred. Whispers grew louder. A woman in the third row dabbed her eyes. A man nodded, as if he'd known all along. The guards looked lost, their authority crumbling. Then, a new sound, boots on the aisle. The base commander, face dark with anger, stormed toward the scene. "Stand down," the commander barked. The guards snapped to attention, but their eyes darted nervously. The SEALs didn't budge, their presence a wall of loyalty. The commander turned to Marcus, his expression softening. He extended a hand. "Sergeant Carter, my deepest apologies. This ceremony doesn't start without you here, front and center." The crowd held its breath. Applause started, hesitant at first, then louder. But Marcus didn't move. He didn't take the hand. The sting of disrespect burned too deep. He'd faced too many moments like this, assumptions, slights, questions about whether he belonged. Today, it hurt worse. This was his son's day. Marcus looked at Jason, saw the same pain mirrored in his son's eyes. For the first time in 20 years, Marcus wondered if the country he'd bled for saw him as one of its own. The crowd quieted, sensing the weight of the moment. Then Jason did something no one expected. He stepped forward, squared his shoulders, and saluted his father. Crisp. Deliberate. A son honoring a hero. The room went dead silent. The SEALs stood taller, their eyes gleaming with respect. The commander's hand slowly lowered, his face heavy with understanding. This wasn't about protocol or procedure. This was about honor, loyalty, family. The ceremony began, but the guards were nowhere to be seen. Marcus sat front and center, his son's gaze never straying far. As Jason stepped up to receive his diploma, the 4 SEALs stood watch, their presence a silent promise: no one disrespects a Marine's family. Not here. Not now. Not ever. The crowd erupted in cheers, but Marcus's eyes stayed on Jason. Pride mixed with pain. He'd fought for this country, but today, his son and those SEALs reminded him why he kept fighting. By the end of the day, the base buzzed with the story. The guard's mistake. The SEALs stand. Jason's salute. But for Marcus, it was simpler. It was about a father and son, bound by love and duty, standing tall against those who'd misjudged them. Because some battles aren't fought with weapons. They're fought with respect. And no one messes with a Marine's family on their watch. If this story hit you hard, smash the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's honor the heroes who stand for what's right.